the stories below. From New York with grace and a mind so wise. She can see through the dark, she can read through the lines. Every clue, every name, every twist, every turn. She be digging down deep till the realness burns. For the ones left behind, for the pain unseen. She be lifting those voices in between the scenes. So like, share, subscribe, let the real ones roll. Sean B on the case, going straight for the soul. On YouTube she shines, bringing truth to the few. When the world stays quiet, she comes breaking through. Like, share, subscribe, let the story breathe. Sean B got the light that the people need. Ooh, Sean B, true crime, baby. Tune in and watch the truth speak.
Hey babies, how y'all? Hey my babes, how y'all doing? Good evening. Hope everybody's had their dinner or is in the middle of cooking it. Hello Tina, Buttercup. Hey Nisi Pooh, Olivia. Hey sis, with the shiz. Hey CW. All right, y'all. All right. Y'all see the picture. Y'all saw the thumbnail. We about to get with this hooker right here. Tina says, hello, babies. I know that's right, boo. Buttercup said, hey, hey. Good evening. Olivia said, hey, auntie in chat. Buttercup, happy Turn It Around Tuesday, Sean B in chat. Yes, this evening. Charlotte's Webb said, hey, hey. I made it home just in time. Yes, boo. I hope everything is cool with you. We'll talk later. Buttercup says, greetings from Patterson, New Jersey. I know, right, boo? Right. Tina said, and please don't forget to hit that like button. She said like, but she mean like. As you come in the chat, thank you. Yeah, they look familiar. They look for real familiar. So this hooker right here is the one. If you put in Jamaria Sessions, that's why her name is right there below their name. If you put that in your search, you will see baby girl. Okay, you'll see her. I deliberately didn't put her picture because these are the monsters right here, right? And I say that her father is a monster because he's the one who abandoned his baby. I know that's right, Miss Shizby. You know what? CW, you are a fool. You know that. But so the father, Jamaria's father, is monster number one, right? Your father, unlike the mommy, mother, the father is the protector of the family, especially if he's in the home. And I don't want to sound hypocritical from what I said earlier about the mother, but the mother is, and if y'all agree, let me know. And if you disagree, give me your perspective. The mother is supposed to be the nurturer, especially when both parents are in the home, right? The father is supposed to be the protector, the one that lets everybody know, not my family, not my home. you will get what you're looking for if you come up over here, right? The mom of the house is supposed to be the nurturer, the soft spot, right? Now, oftentimes in households, the mom is the disciplinarian, but that doesn't mean that the father is not the protector. Those are two separate titles, two separate jobs, right? It's like being a security guard at a business, but the police is the one that's going to come in and take you to, your consequences. You feel me? Okay. Yes, this lady is a monster. She is. However, starting with the dad, Jamaria and her sister, they came to live with this man, this bum, when their mom passed away from cancer. She had been battling leukemia for a very long time. However, before she met her demise, this chick right here, and Jamaria and her sister's mother, they knew one another. And they fought over this bum. Like chicks do. Right? He's my man. No, he my man. That's my man. No, he my man. You may have him tonight, but I got him all the time type of chicks, right? And the mother of these girls, she just had too much other stuff to worry about. And then her health took a turn for the worse. And she really didn't have him to do anymore. She already was a boss in her own world. She was taking care of her girls, and she was working, and she was good. She was doing her own thing. And her mom was an intricate part in the girl's life. Their grandmother, their maternal grandmother, was an intricate part in their lives. Okay, Tina, I see you. She said, Sean B, I'm going to let you cook, but can you please drop that link down so I can come and talk to you? Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. I would love it. It's about time somebody want to come sit next to me. There you go. And so when the mom of the girls took ill, the girls, of course, naturally went to stay with her mother, their grandmother, who had been helping to care for them anyway. And sooner or later, dude found out. Now, mind you, they had relocated for whatever reason, at whatever time, him and her relocated where her mother, Tyshell, Martin, where Martin's mother owned a home. So these two sorry mother effers left wherever they were living when the girl's mother had to be bothered with her bothered ass and moved into Martin's mother's house. We got Sessions, we got Martin, right? Okay. Big, pretty house. Big, pretty house. Oh, it looked like she had her shit together from outside. From the curb. From the curb. Absolutely. Hey, Tina.
Hey, baby.
How are you, boo?
I'm doing good, boo.
That's good, baby. So, they're now living in Martin's mother's home. And sooner or later, they find out that Jamaria and her sister's mom has passed. And Lord, they get the cooking in their head like, ooh. They're gonna get the mother's survivor benefits. They gonna get her Social Security because she was gainfully employed. So they like, oh yeah, we need, but we're gonna have to get custody of them in order to get that. So they go to court, but they don't win. They don't win. The girl's grandmother wins. Because that's where the girls have been all along. Whenever the mother got sick, long periods of time, whatever, bouts in the hospital, their maternal grandmother is who was caring for them. So the judge said, no, 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 no. They're going to stay right where they are. Well, Mr. Bum takes it upon himself to go to the school where the girls go to school and take the kids. They go take the girls from school one day. And, at first the grandmother put up a fuss about it, you know what I'm saying? But the girls wanting to have a little change of scenery and wanting to be with their dad for a little bit, because I'm sure Miss Martin put on the smiles and she had all girls. So, I'm sure they made it look like it was going to be one big, gigantic slumber party forever. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sure they pulled out the gummy bears and y'all know what I'm talking about. She made it look really, really good. And so the girls came and the grandmother said, okay, I'm going to let y'all go. But y'all let me know if, y'all have any problems. And so they got the money, switched over, all that. Oh, yeah, all is well. All is great at this point in the beginning. And then sooner or later, but these two, because he's such a bum, and mind y'all, he was on paper at this time. He had just gotten out of prison. He's on paper because he's a bum. And they were having their own relationship issues, right? And so, he was already on the skids from leaving her. He really was. He was already about ready to leave her anyway, but he wanted this money from his daughters. Now, I don't know what was going on between him and the third chick. Yeah, there's a chick number 3 that in none of my research throughout the last year and a half that this has even hit the scene have I been able to find out who this girl is. But at this point, there is a girl, and at the time that this happened, she was pregnant. And so that's where he's living. And honey girl right here, Miss Martin, oh man, she is upset. Ooh, Lord, she was upset. She was mad and jealous as hell. Yes, she was. And her mother, being an avid cruise taker, her mother took cruises all the time. They went various places all the time. And so her mother, like she normally does, planned a cruise for her daughter and their family. It wasn't just her daughter and her kids, it was a whole family affair. And so the father is under the assumption that everything is cool. But unbeknownst to him, this witch has started systematically and methodically starving his daughter and beating his daughter, mistreating his daughter, Jamaria. And the other daughter would go to school and tell. Oh man, listen, she was telling. So, she did Miss Martin, she like, yo, she gotta go. She gotta go. She gotta go. She too mouthy. I can't take her. When that wasn't what it was. No sound. Y'all can't hear me?
Can you hear me, Sean?
I can. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
What you mean, Kelly?
I just didn't want to over jump your story time. That's why I didn't cut in.
You couldn't hear me from the chat?
Huh?
Could you hear me when you were in the chat?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Okay, Kelly, I don't know what's wrong, baby.
Go
CW,
out and come back in, Kelly.
yeah. CW, can you hear me? Because she said, me neither, Sean. I was searching and searching. Kelly, I don't know. You went mute for a minute. I don't understand why. Okay, can you hear me now, Kels? So so they're they come up with their shit and they're like, yep, she gotta go because she's gonna cause issues. Because and I can hear. Okay. So Kelly, maybe you need to go out and come back in, boo. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, good. So I'm in my opinion and from my perspective, I am believing that as long as Miss Martin wasn't happy, Mr. Sessions couldn't move the way he wanted to move. Right? And so he's like, yeah, she causing ripples. She can go back home to her grandmother. As long as Jamaria's here, we're gonna get something. And so they sent Jamaria back to the grandmother. I mean, not Jamaria, the other sister, back to the grandmother. Now Jamaria is there by herself. Nobody to tell. And the maltreatment heightens. It gets even worse. She's punishing this little girl for things she never did, stuff she never ever did. If her daughters did something and this witch would ask who did it, they would say Jamaria, and she'd automatically, oh, that's a reason for me to whoop her ass, and she'd do it.
Yep.
She would starve this child and then would insist that she stand in the corner for hours upon hours. She would make this child, while standing in the corner, deprived of water and food for days, she would make her hold stuff. And mind you, this baby is weak. She hasn't eaten. And she was a thickums. Jamaria was a thickum, so she was used to being fed well at her grandma's house, whether her mother was there or not. When those girls came to their father, they were healthy more than. So this chick is truly weakening and mistreating this baby. But see, the cruise has been scheduled. It's been paid for, isn't it? Now it's at the point where you can't get a refund. So what happens? Oh man, we going on this trip. So she packs everybody up like everything is kosher. And she hears Jamaria telling somebody that she's hungry. And so she gives Jamaria a banana. A banana. They're on the cruise ship at this point. And of course, Jamaria's stomach is empty. So the first thing that she eats, what happens, y'all? She vomits. Well, this chick was telling the police during her interrogation that that's what Jamaria would do to get attention. That's how she acted out. Come on, Tina, you can jump in here.
Mm. Well, excuse me. Well, this reminds me of another case, and you could look it up on your own time. But her name is Cynthia Baker, and what she did to this baby was, oh my God. Well, it's graphic. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah. Let's stick to this story right now.
right. My mind is going 500 going miles an hour when I'm talking about these babies. But
Yes.
anyway, vicious. I say
Mm-hmm.
vicious.
Mm-hmm.
If they, oh, I mean, oh Lord have mercy, sweet Jesus.
Take your time.
Mm, y'all just don't understand what she done to this baby. She let a pit bull dog
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
get to this child.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hear what I'm telling y'all?
She did.
She let a pit bull dog.
Mm-hmm.
tear this baby up.
Mm-hmm. She did.
And this
Not
man,
only, not only that though, boo. Not only that. We gonna leave the cruise alone. They done made it back home now, right?
right?
And now all of a sudden, one of her daughters supposedly wants to do her hair, wants to do Jamaria's hair, wants to braid it. And
Yeah.
y'all know that part where you're supposed to take the braid and dip it in hot water? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. This witch
Come
let
on,
her
Sean.
daughter, let her daughter pour pour that water on the back of that baby's head. Y'all hear me? The back of that baby's skull was burned.
Talk about absolute child abuse.
Absolutely.
This is at its best, y'all.
And when she cried out, this witch tried to say she was trying to fight her daughter. Yeah, yeah, she snuck out. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. That's why I left the cruise shit alone because that's a small snack to the big meal that she fed this child at home. I'm talking about systemic, like day after day after day after day. If it wasn't one day, it was another. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. Yes, Olivia, I understand. And see, in my whole series of they failed her, it's the father with this one. See, earlier today, it was a mama, right? It was a mama with the boyfriend. Well, this one is the daddy with the girlfriend because they weren't married either. They had no children together. I think she might have had one by him. I'm not sure, but that's not ringing a bell to me. But I know she had girls.
Didn't the baby break her ankle over the dog food, or did she sprain it?
She didn't. It wasn't over the dog food. It was that chick.
Uh,
She pushed her down the stairs.
I'm not. Look, I'm not. I'm not. Oh
Yes,
God.
she pushed that baby down the stairs. Yes, when she claimed that the baby was trying to fight her daughter, that's what she did. And then by now they're in the basement room where the pool table is at. And she can be heard saying on the video cameras that's around the house, yes, yes, her baby that was autistic was by him. Okay, CW, thank you for that. She could be heard saying, "Oh, I'm about to kill you, bitch." Oh, she could be heard saying that. She could be heard saying that. Now, not only is she beating this child within an inch of her life, she literally pinched. Y'all hear me? Grab yourself because you're about to feel it. She pinched this baby's nipples off. Do y'all hear me?
Indeed, she did, Miss Sean. Indeed, she did.
She pinched them, twisted them until they came off. This baby, oh my God. And so while she's beating this child to the dog, it looks like this child is fighting her. So the dog starts to do what dogs do, and that is protect what they think they need to protect. And she's saying to the dog, "Get her, get her." And the dog is gnawing at this baby's face. Y'all listen, if I ever, listen, if I ever if I ever. This is what she is telling this dog to do while her daughters are watching. They're watching. And then she takes the child, and this is the same night that they come home from the cruise, y'all. And then she takes that child with no clothes on and throws the child in the closet. Just threw her in the closet of one of the bedrooms. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. And so Mr. Bum here, for whatever reason, okay, Auntie, now it's coming back. I remember these animals and he's a coward. Absolutely. This bum right here, he comes over to quote unquote visit, and he tells the investigators that Martin told him that his daughter was gone. She was gone back to her grandmother. She's gone. And he just fucking took her word for it. He didn't pick up the phone, call a grandmother, and say, "Can I speak to my babies?" He didn't say to her, "How the hell you let my daughter leave town before I even get to see her?" Like, he puts up no fuss, no argument. And if he did not say that during his interrogation.
He sure did not.
What he said was, "She told me she was gone." That's what he said. She told me she was gone. Now, let me back up just a little bit, because throughout the whole time that these girls were there and he was not, he was taking Martin's word for everything. 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 And I'm sure she, like the male beasts of the world, was telling her, "You tell your father something, and as soon as he leave, that's your ass." I'm sure she was. He ain't gonna believe you. And you think what I did to you was bad, it'll be worse. I'm sure she was. Because, see, when I say this kind of stuff, it's like common sense, right? I can back it up. Because why else would the daughter say to the father, "Daddy, I don't mean to be bad. I don't mean to. Hey, Nay, how are you?" She said, "I found you." Been here all the time, boo. I'm glad you found us, baby. Thank you for joining us. I would love to be put in a room with her. Oh, baby, I'll get there. And so that's why I say she must have scared this little girl, because when the father would call to talk to her on the phone, he would say to her, "I'm gonna beat your ass next time I come over there." Why? Because he believed everything Martin said. And therefore, his daughter, his flesh and blood, would say, "Daddy, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be bad." And so he tells the investigators, "I was going to get her some help because I thought maybe something was wrong with her. Because, I mean, she's just being bad for no reason." Fuck her. How the hell you know? How do you know she was being bad for no damn reason? How do you know? When the last time? Hmm? Go ahead, Tina. Jump on in there, boy.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, sweet Jesus. Y'all better give me 5 minutes with these retards. Lord have mercy. And the interrogation, y'all, the interrogation was pathetic in itself. I'm just saying. They had her on video, like Miss Sean B said, and she was trying to lie out of that. We all know what abuse is, and we all know what abuse does. Now, let me just back up for a couple of minutes.
Mhm.
Nobody couldn't see This young lady, when you are in an abuse situation, it affects you in different ways. Bedwetting is one. Doing odd things like apologizing, like an abuser, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this baby was doing everything that abuse would do. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? And this no good coward right here on this screen right here, this piece of shit for a father, and excuse me, Miss Sean B.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
you
But
good.
this piece of shit for a father is no good neither.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how could you let this baby go with her, you mother trucker? I'm just so upset because every time when I hear these baby stories, I get all upset because I got two grandkids. And I'd be doggone if anybody's going to put their hands on mine. And that goes for anybody. If anybody puts their hands on the child or children, oh, you best believe my blood pressure is going to go up.
So, yes, Olivia, these two were charged. This is their mugshots that
Oh
I
yeah,
have.
enjoy that little mug shot that they got. Don't they look nice? Don't they look pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. But let's don't do that to them, y'all. Let's keep blaming the baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were indeed arrested. She was arrested first. And then she kept trying during her interrogation, she kept trying to blame him. She kept trying to say that he was the one who would whoop her and beat on her and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, y'all, listen, she just kept blaming him. And then she even tried to literally get her mother to lie when she had the investigators call her mother and say, "Mom, I need you and the girls to let the police know, blah 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 blah." And she was like, "No, I can't do that. I don't know that. I don't know that. Y'all know what I'm saying? No, I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? That's just a weather alert going off on the TV in the living room. But yeah, go ahead, Tina. I'm gonna mute mine while you go ahead and talk that through.
But y'all, I'm being for real when I say this. If y'all see any, neglect or anything, you know, don't mind your business, like Miss Sean B says. Don't mind your business. Now I can't see the chat, so I don't know what nobody's saying, but be the voice of these kids because these kids that we talking about, they don't got no voice anymore. They don't have no voice anymore. So we got to be the voices for these babies. Have that conversation. Sit your kids down or sit, the parent down and say, don't do that because you could get in trouble. We got to be the voices, y'all. But yeah, these two um buttholes,
Mm.
they're buttholes.
Hmm.
Yes, they're buttholes. But anyway, go ahead, Miss Shawn.
It's just I was so glad when the investigators, man and a woman, I was so glad when they stopped playing with her. I
Ooh,
really
me
was.
too.
Oh man, I was so glad. Ooh, I was so glad when they finally said, when he finally exposed to her, you do know that we have all of your video footage.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And she said, "What you mean?" He said, "Like I said, we have all of your video footage that you have inside and outside the house." She said, "Well, yeah, I told you I have an autistic daughter, so yeah." He said, "No, that's not what I'm talking about." He said, I heard you say, I'm about to kill this bitch. He said, I heard you say that. He said, and why did you tell the father that she was gone out of town, that she had went back with her grandmother? And that's when it became so pathetic because she couldn't pick a lie to tell. Oh, because she was supposed to, and then my mother had came over, but then by then I wasn't feeling good, so I had went to bed, and she was supposed to go, and so when my mother left, I just got up for a minute and went outside and said bye to my mom, and so I thought she was gone. Really? How the hell you don't know that a kid is still in your house? Like that just goes to prove that she really, one, she didn't give a damn, and then to use that excuse is just further evidence that she did not give a damn about Jamaria. This alert, y'all. We having some really bad weather right about now. Go ahead and talk, Tina. Let me go.
Hey, Miss Sean, about the well, when she couldn't, lie her way out of that, they gave, they told, they told the police officers told her, about this baby's uh autopsy, and yeah, it was just so sickening. I just don't understand why or how come that these people, especially these two um, buttholes, do these things. I just don't get it. Maybe their marbles are gone. I don't know. But yeah, Miss Shawn,
Yes, ma'am.
I was telling them about the autopsy,
Mm-hmm.
how graphic it was.
Mm-hmm. Tell them
Yeah.
what you saw. Go ahead. Tell them what you saw. Just be careful of, just be mindful that this is YouTube.
Well, well, you go ahead because I might slip.
No, you go ahead, boo. I
No,
trust you.
boo, you go ahead.
Leave all the hard work for me.
Well, go
Um,
ahead. Go ahead.
from what I understand, not only was her ankles broken, and she had old bones that were healing that were not healing properly. Like I told y'all about the first, second, and third degree burns on the back of her head. Her nipples were gone. The side of her face, excuse me, was gnawed on by the dog. Um, she was beat about the face by the mother. Am I missing something, Tina?
That's it.
Yeah, it's an 8-year-old
Malnourished.
girl.
You forgot about malnourished.
Oh yeah, 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 and she was malnourished. Yes, to the point where they said that her pancreas was starting to eat itself. That's how hungry she was. Mm-hmm. 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 So, needless to say, I don't know what's happening with him in prison because he haven't, made a big fuss about it. And if he did, it hasn't made it to the media. But this chick right here, she has had the audacity to put forth motions to be moved to a different prison or a different, jail.
Oh
Holding,
no, she didn't.
yes, she did.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
This sweetheart right here,
yeah, they're
this piece
bullying
of shit right
her.
here.
Yeah,
She. uh, mm,
yeah,
No way.
they're bullying her.
Oh
They're just
no.
talking bad to her.
Oh.
They're threatening her.
Oh, poor thing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Who gives a shit?
I know that's right. I know that's right. But check
Hey,
this out, though. Did you
hey, Miss
hear?
Sean B.
Yes.
Hey, can you mute the chat because I want to give you something?
Mute the chat. What do you mean?
Okay, mute the like me and you can talk, but mute the chat for a minute.
I can't do that. You see where it says private chat?
Uh-huh.
Type it back there and then I'll be able to see it.
Okay.
Okay.
I, I will do that. Well, okay, never mind. Never mind, y'all.
So come to find out though, while she's locked up, remember she had other girls. And apparently there was something going on with a chick in the neighborhood that allowed one of her daughters to come stay there while all this was going on. And I'm assuming it was the oldest one. And this lady allowed this chick to come stay there, and there was stuff going on in the house, like the chick was complaining, the one whose house it is was complaining that this chick didn't want to clean up. Just didn't want to do nothing that she was told. She was bringing dudes in the house. She was smoking weed. She was doing all kind of stuff. And this lady got kids. So she was like, listen, I'm doing this out the kindness of my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead and talk, Tina. I got to mute my mic for a minute.
Okay. But yo, this is crazy. I cannot believe that this wench right here wants to complain and be having special privileges because everybody's being mean to her. Are y'all serious? Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I'm telling y'all what. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy.
Go ahead, boo. Just give me a few more minutes.
Okay. And the father, he didn't give a doggone about this child one way or the other. This piece of crap for a father. Ain't this something? Like Miss Sean B say, ain't that about a bit? Cause like I told y'all, I'm like this. If anybody touches my children or child or grandchildren, they're gonna hear it from me. But I do not believe that this girl right here is gonna complain of everything of what's going on in jail. So
I'm back, y'all.
look, what she thought that jail was gonna be a walk in the park?
Yeah, she did. She thought that being in jail meant that, it was like going to a park. It was going to be pushing up flowers and unicorns and shit. I don't know. But or she was just so, her head was so far up her own ass that she failed to remember what happens to people when you mistreat children and go to jail.
Mm.
Olivia says he didn't care what was going on as long as he could run the streets. Absolutely.
Yes, yes, Olivia. Yes,
He didn't
yes.
care. He just wanted a babysitter. Absolutely. He did not care. I mean, it's indicative. It's obvious because he literally took the word of this monster every time she told him something. That's just what it is. He didn't need to lay eyes on his daughter. He didn't need to confirm anything. He didn't need to call the grandmother to make sure that his daughter made it there safely. Nothing. Nothing. This 8-year-old had never even been taken to the doctor. How don't you take your child for a checkup when they come and stay with you? How
That
don't
part.
you make sure that You dot all your I's and cross all your T's when your child comes to stay with you. It's a clean slate. How don't you do that? The doctor, the dentist, let's get it.
Not
How you
only that, but how can you not apply for any type of assistance like Medicaid to go to the doctor?
That's right. Didn't do none of that.
Didn't do none of that.
Nope. Nope. They had no dental records, no updated dental records since the children had came to live with him. They had no updated medical records since the girls came to live with him. They had none of that.
Nope, none of it. Wow.
None of that at all. Yeah, yeah.
I
Hmm.
bet you that baby's teeth was rotten.
And it by her smile, it looked as if how some children go through that phase where their teeth, like their adult teeth, is coming in, but their face hasn't grown into it yet.
Uh huh.
That's where she was at. That's where this little thickums was at. Her adult teeth was coming in, and the temporary teeth were coming out. You could tell by the size of the teeth.
Man, this is horrible.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. She did this little girl horribly. And all this baby wanted to do was to be there with all of the bells and whistles that I'm sure they threw in her face in order to convince her to come stay. This don't make no damn sense.
Mm-mm. And the dog had to be put down.
Absolutely, as he fucking should have. He chewing on people.
Yep. Yep.
Had to be put down. He should have. Father talking about, I was gonna go over there and tell that dog. They begged me not to. How the hell somebody stop you from hurting something that hurt your daughter? Huh? How somebody stop you from doing that? You coward. How in the world can anybody have stopped you from hurting an animal that hurt your daughter? I don't understand that for the life of me.
Me neither, Sean.
Mm-mm. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, but this baby went through hell and back, y'all.
Yes. Yes. She did. At the tender age of 8. Like, it just don't make no sense. No sense at all. And
That's
the
why I
thing,
say
the maddening part about it is her and her sister were just fine with their grandmother.
exactly.
Hmm. Yeah. They were just fine. Nobody asked him, the bum, to come with his misfit ass girlfriend and
Too
come
bad,
and
Sean.
disrupt their life,
Mm-mm.
and for one to lose their life. Can y'all imagine what the other sister, what kind of guilt she must be living with? Like, maybe it wouldn't have happened had I stayed. I should have made her come with me. You know, all that stuff. The grandmother. I wish I had sent for her. I wish I had made her stay. I'm back. Yeah. Like, I could just imagine the guilt, man.
Not only that, Sean, but just imagine, the grandma, what the grandmother has to do. The gravity that the grandmother had to endure.
Hmm. Hmm.
What could I do more? But and I'm glad that you brought this case on because grandparents, I hate to say this, but grandparents don't have no rights, not less if the mother or the father are deceased, and that need to change too.
It should. It should.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like certain parameters should be in place when children go to live somewhere else, just little checkup kind of situations for a certain period of time. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, Miss Shawn, absolutely.
I really do. Like, had they had somebody to answer to, I feel like the little things that was happening to the point where the first sister went back to her grandma's, it would have been detected by those watch people. You understand what I'm saying? By the
Right,
people
right.
that they would have had to report to, and then they both would have been sent back. And we
Exactly.
wouldn't be talking about them right now. It's
It's
not cool.
sad, man.
It's really not cool that these babies, like I said earlier today, it was the mom
Mm-hmm.
with the boyfriend.
Yep.
Now tonight it's the father with the girlfriend. And
Yep.
I truly believe she took her level of disdain for their mother out on them. And she took her anger and her jealousy because this dude was demonstrating twofold that he did not want her, because not only was he playing emotional games between Martin and the girl's mother, but he was playing games between Martin and the current girlfriend at the time, who was pregnant with his baby. And this chick probably mad as hell because the child that she has by him comes out autistic. Oh yeah, she was jealous. I dare say she was mad as hell. Hmm. And he's a bum. He's a bum. He's a pathetic bum. How do you go and disrupt your children when you weren't even legally supposed to, right? You tried to take them from their grandmother, and the judge said, "I doubt it. I think not. They're just fine, sir. We can talk about some visitation." And he takes it up, and see, that's the thing about the system that pisses me off. Why wasn't he charged with kidnapping?
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Shawn. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you brought that up. He brought his no good Teletubby girlfriend to the school and snatched him out of school.
Yes, he did.
You are a no good bum.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all know that Bible story of when the two women are arguing over the baby. No, this is my baby. No, it's not. That's my baby. No, it's not. It's my baby. This is my baby. No, it's my baby. And so the judge says, y'all both want the baby? And they both say, yeah. The judge said, cut it in half. The woman, no, 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 no. She can have him. She can have him. Don't do that. And the judge says, give her the baby. And the lady said, well, wait a minute. She said I can have him. He said, you're not the mother, because no mother would allow their child to be chopped in half like that. That's her child. And so he let the baby go to the real mother. That's what the grandmother did. The grandmother said, instead of putting these kids through this, they want to go live with their dad. They want to get to know their dad. And the girlfriend throwing the kids in the front row like, ooh, we're going to have so much fun and all of this kind of stuff. The grandmother said, okay, they want to go. I'm going to let them go. I won't fight it. But he still should have been arrested for kidnapping in the first place. And then
Yeah.
perhaps got the charges dropped. Because remember, y'all, he was on paper.
See, the word is paper.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
If that judge saw what he needed to see, then those kids would have been with grandma.
Absolutely. The system failed her. The father failed her. Hmm. Just like the story we did earlier, that guy had been in jail, did time in prison for robberies and all that kind of stuff.
And his behind should have been in jail just like Jarvis the first go around.
My God. Okay? Because you're not going to tell me just to, that story earlier. You ain't going to tell me she was the first one. She was the first one he got caught with.
Right, that part right there.
He was just way too damn comfortable. And it was ongoing because y'all got to remember it said that that baby had old bruises on the insides of her thighs.
Yep.
Old
Now, how in the
bruises
world does a baby get bruises inside of her thighs?
because he was laying there.
And that part,
Ah,
that
yeah.
part.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So you
Absolutely.
can't tell me, Miss Thing, I forgot her name. You can't tell me that he's been doing this to your child before 3.
Exactly. And you not know it.
Eh,
Her name was Shamika Gonzalez.
You couldn't see the blood in your child's underdrawers?
Hello. Hello. She was only 3. That baby probably still had on pull ups.
Uh, Child.
You can't tell me that that mama did not deserve some, at least, at bare minimum, some neglect type charges. But because it happened when the ultimate act happened while she was at work, that's all New York's finest concentrated on. They didn't concentrate on the old bruises that they brought up in court during the trial. Oh no, they didn't. They didn't come. They didn't dive deep into that. No, no. When they did, they just made his charges more severe. They brought none her way, which is utterly ridiculous.
I just don't understand, why she did not have any charges as well.
And remember, he only got 14 years.
So that bum is out
Yeah,
doing the same thing that Jarvis did.
you better believe it. He's out.
He's out.
He's out.
He'll be right back in.
I hope it's not at the unaliving of another child or trauma or pain or anything at for another. But these two right here, listen, listen here.
They need a crowbar.
I hope they give her whatever. I hope them women rip her from limb to limb.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I really, really do. And I hope this bum ass father, he got to fight every day of his time. I really do hope so. I'm going to find out more specifically what their charges are. I was looking and then I got distracted. Hold on, let me see if I can find them right quick. Um, but I believe his was just neglect, some crap like that. Hold on, I'm looking.
Oop, shit.
Oh boy. It's awful. It's awful.
It is sickening. But I hope these two gets what they deserve in jail.
Yeah.
They need a broom and a dog and whatever else. They need the mistreatment like they did this baby.
Yeah. The plunger, whatever
Yeah,
works.
yeah. The kitchen sink, if possible.
I know that's right.
The bathroom stall,
Yeah.
the shower. Hey,
Mhm.
whatever works, right?
Whatever works. Whatever works. Whatever works.
You think you gonna go into jail and think of a picnic? What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. hmm Yeah. I literally was I was truly dumbfounded. Um Florida is seeking the DP. Hold on, let's listen to this. Beat and sicked her dog on her boyfriend's daughter. That little girl, Jamaria Sessions. A Fox 35 update, the state plans to seek the death penalty against a woman accused of killing a 9-year-old girl. Tyshell Martin is charged with first-degree murder. Deputies say she beat and sicked her dog on her boyfriend's daughter. That little girl, Jamaria Sessions, died back in June. Her own father was also arrested in connection with her death. Yep. Some say 9 years old, some say 8 years old. Yep.
You see all the marks all over her body? Yeah. Her autopsy report is over 26 pages long because they have to identify all these marks. And a lot of these marks on her body are pitch marks. A Florida woman in the hot seat accused of abusing and killing her boyfriend's 9-year-old daughter, even sicking a Rottweiler on her. I go over the horrifying details of the death of Jamaria Sessions and the unbelievable interrogation of Tyshell Martin. I just want to say I didn't cause her death. I didn't kill her. I didn't murder her. I didn't do none of that. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Jamaria Sessions was a 9-year-old girl who had family who loved her. But sadly, prosecutors in Lake County, Florida, near Orlando, say the people Jamaria lived with were not taking care of her and are responsible for her life coming to a horrific end. One of those people is Tyshell Martin, the girlfriend of Jamaria's father. A 3-hour-long interrogation of Martin with detectives in Lake County just became public because of how open records laws work in Florida. The state attorney wants Tyshell Martin put to death for Jamaria's murder. The prosecutor said Martin beat the little girl, starved her, and even sicked the family's 103-pound Rottweiler on her. Now, I know you're thinking, how does this even happen? How do y'all feel about that? Yeah. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I was totally like my feelings was hurt. My feelings were hurt when I sat and listened to this interrogation a year ago. My feelings really were hurt. I couldn't believe how this woman sat here and just tried to deflect. She wouldn't. I'm just saying I didn't. I just want y'all to know I didn't. Really? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what we gonna do. I don't know how we gonna do it. But something's gotta be done, y'all. Seriously speaking. It's so evil. It's so mean. Now this piques the
interest of the detectives. They're curious about why Jamaria needed so much discipline in Taishail's mind. The detectives ask what type of behavior justified this level of punishment.
When you say things, what things? What were they doing? What was it?
Peppermint oil and would put it in the girl's makeup sponges. So like, she would purposely piss around the house, saying that she didn't want to go to the toilet. They were stealing the other kids' stuff, purposely just hiring it to basically. She knew what she was doing because she was saying, I don't want to be good like the other kids. I want to be bad.
What kid says that, y'all? What kid says that? Yo, I was so infuriated when this bitch said that. Really? What kid that is totally out of their element, that is already being mistreated, what kid says, I don't want to be good. I want to be bad. I don't want to be good like them. What kid? Really? One of her daughters was old enough to drive. Do you think this 8-year-old is doing something to make this teenager mad at her by messing with her stuff? Her makeup and stuff? What does an 8-year-old know about messing with somebody's makeup, just sabotaging it? If anything, an 8-year-old is going to try to put some on. But what would she know about sabotaging it? That makes no sense. And he would just bring his bum ass over there and listen to whatever it was this thing had to say about his daughter. He would not even go and check. He'd just take her word for it. And then while he's gone, this ends up happening to his daughter. Yeah. This ends up happening. And he wants to stand at the foot of his car and act like somebody just ripped his world apart.
So it's like, and a lot of that stuff I had to record because it was something I never seen before.
Right. And when you say record, what were you recording? Just her behavior or saying things or acting a certain way?
I would record, like I would try to talk to them and get understanding, and they would like just say stuff like their mom is telling them to do those things and stuff, and I feel like I never heard a child say that before, so I would record that type of stuff so I can send to dad or just my mom or just somebody, like just be a witness of wow, like this is what I'm going through.
Then the detectives grill Taishail Martin on how Jamaria could have sustained so many injuries.
I understand that Jamaria and Charlotte told me that she had sprained her ankle. How did Jamaria sprain her ankle and when?
She told me that she tripped over the dog food downstairs when she was walking in the dark in the living room.
So downstairs living room? Okay. And then how did she get the burns to her feet and her back?
As I already said, it was some hot water from the hair.
What was she doing with the hair? I understand it was already his hair, but I'm trying to see you on the hand.
She has to dip it in hot water. And apparently she had moved or something.
Do you know about
See what I'm saying, y'all? Everything that happened to this child, it was that child's fault. It was that child's fault. Everything that happened to her. She got broken ankle is her fault. She was walking in the dark. She got burns down the back of her head, down her back. It's her fault. She moved while my daughter was dipping her hair in boiling hot water. Really? What? So then if she moved and let's say, for example, the hair slipped out of her daughter's hand and like landed on the girl's back, why wasn't there some kind of towel or protection on this baby? That's number one. Number two, how did her feet get burned? How did her feet get burned to the point where she couldn't even put shoes on? How is that? It's the lies for me, y'all. It's the lies.
How her lip got busted or her teeth got broken out in her mouth.
Y'all heard that? Her teeth.
I thought it was from the treadmill.
Why do you think it was the treadmill?
Because that's what I believe she told Laurie that.
But detectives already know why Jamaria had those injuries. Vivid Home Security provided detectives with 2,828 videos from both the interior and exterior of the family's home, and the detectives asked Martin about those videos.
Yeah, there's another video too of her running in place. You had her running in place, and then for whatever reason, you take her from behind and she trips over the bag of dog food. That's when she sprained her ankle. I mean, that's because the next video with her in it, she's wearing an ankle wrap. It fits. There's no video of her wandering through the downstairs living room, tripping over a bag of dog food. There's a video of her proceeding wearing a wrap on her foot, of her running in place and you kicking her and her falling over a bag of dog food. So it's kind of half truth, and then that's.
She sprung her ankle at that time. I did not know.
That's fine, but I'm telling you that she kicked her over a bag of dog food, and she may have sprained her ankle at that time, right? But there's no video of her wandering around the room. I mean, I will tell you this, that your cameras are top notch. We got 2,820 videos that I had to go through. And it captured a lot.
How don't you know, chick? You're the mother of the house. How does anyone sprain their ankle, break their ankle, whatever you want to call it, however you want to minimize it? How do you, as the woman of the house, how don't you know? How don't you know that this girl is in this condition? Because you ain't paying her no attention. That's how. You're not paying her any attention because you really don't care.
A lot inside your home. And I know that LeBron doesn't know the door code to your door. I know that because there's so many videos of him standing outside like an idiot, waiting on someone to open the door for him.
But that was before we just got it. We just recently got it done, and he was the one that had to be there with the guy to program everything.
I also know that he stood in front of your door on several occasions like an idiot, not knowing the code. I also know every time their doors were open and when they were closed. I have every video, every person that's been in your house. From the pest control guy that you canceled when your mom was there, to the one, to Deshar's boyfriend and Denaya's boyfriend they snuck in, from them smoking weed to them drinking alcohol, and I have all of that.
Right. I mean, he told me that he's the one that set the code for the front door. The side door, he don't have the code for that. He didn't have the code for that.
I spent a lot of time outside standing in front of the door looking like an idiot for someone that has a code.
Maybe the chain was on the door.
That's why I wanted to talk with you, though. You can see you spent 2.5 months figuring out what happened. The videos, texts, reports from Carnival. I wanted to ask you why. And you're kind of disclosing some of that. What was going through your head? Who else is involved? Are you the only person who should be sitting in that seat, or should someone else be? Is there a reason why?
Just don't think that it's nothing that I did physically that could have caused her death. That's just, I mean, I know what he told me, so that's what, I was leaning more towards, but, well, not me, but told her. He, basically let her know that he was going to kill him. So, I mean, I didn't know if that was a scare tactic or what, but honestly.
So what do you think
nothing that could have caused her to die.
What do you think the one did?
I don't know.
Well, you see the marks on her.
Right.
Who caused those marks? You or one of those marks?
I mean, I feel like the one did.
You feel like he did, or you know he did?
Only other people that could be is my kids, and I know they didn't do that.
Now, these videos are not available to the public because the case is still pending. It hasn't gone to trial yet, and frankly, they sound so horrific that we probably wouldn't be able to show them to you anyway. A probable cause affidavit says 95 videos were deleted that were captured on and specific to June 12, 2024 by a single user on the account. Additionally, this detective observed 6 video files dated June 15, 2024, approximately 2350 to 2357 hours, which shows Jamaria Sessions being viciously attacked by the family pet, a 103-pound Rottweiler, as Jamaria was just out of frame. However, Tyshale Martin could be seen holding the leash of the dog and is heard encouraging the dog to bite Jamaria Sessions as Jamaria laid on the floor, ending with Jamaria Sessions attempting to stand up in the doorway, coming into frame. The next clip shows Jamaria Sessions staggering nude and disheveled.
And just so you know, she had a laceration behind her ear that looked like it was caused by a dog bite. So across her head, she had a bite mark here and a bite mark here where he grabbed her across the back of her head. And that incident occurred, that you said was you and Rosaria and Jamaria in that room. So the biter?
I'm not that I know of.
Okay, were you telling the dog to bite her? That's listening to the video. You're holding the dog back with the leash. I'm gonna let you get her.
No. I probably use it as a scare tactic or something like boo, but nothing. No. Hey.
Who uses a dog to scare a child? That is why, y'all. All of these reasons is why this thing was arrested. That's why. It's certainly why. It's quite unfortunate. It's mean. Just mean. I don't have any other words for it. It was just mean. So, y'all, I just wanted to give a flip side of the video that I did earlier. Like I said earlier today, it was the mother with the boyfriend, the mother who turned a blind eye and left her daughter along with the boyfriend. And this one was the father who left his daughter alone with the girlfriend. I'm going to come back tomorrow and I'm going to have researched another one of the stories that you guys gave me that you're interested in. And that's what we're going to do every day, you know, that we go live. You send me, you give me titles, and that's what I'll research. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming in. And I love you after that. Good night, y'all.
Yeah. Sean B on YouTube. Ooh, yeah. Late night on the screen, got the city lights low. Sean B bringing truth to the stories below. From New York with grace and a mind so wise, she can see through the dark, she can read through the lines. Every clue, every name, every twist, every turn, she be digging down deep till the realness burns. For the ones left behind, for the pain unseen, she be lifting those voices in between the scenes. So like, share, subscribe, let the real ones roll. Sean B on the case, going straight for the soul. On YouTube she shines, bringing truth to the few. When the world's watch the truth speak.